Scholarships in Germany, part two. Previously, we talked about the scholarships that you can get for startups and for founders in Germany while also pursuing your degree or your education. And today, we have Mr. Shaun King from the great UK, or Great Britain now. Yeah. And we are going to talk about what scholarships that he got and what you can get if you even don't have a startup or if you're just applying or even if you do. So Shaun, welcome to the show. Thank you for your valuable time. And before we start,
Yes.
let's just get to know you first. Yeah, where you from? How did you end up here? What course you're studying? Just like that.
Okay, sure. So, thank you for having me here, Ronnie. I'm from the UK. And what attracted me here to Lemgo, of all places, is this entrepreneurship program of applied entrepreneurship master's program.
Yeah.
What this program offers is truly innovative in terms of what I would believe a typical academic program. This program really puts your business as a priority. And as most of us know in the real life, there's a real world beyond the classroom. And to have a priority on not only to prioritize developing a business, but also to develop yourself.
Yeah.
For me, this program was a no-brainer.
And you come from UK, yeah?
Yes.
So what difference maybe you saw in the education there and the education here?
That's a good question. So, let's see. The education there was definitely more theoretical as such, but in terms, there was definitely a lot more focus on academia.
Yeah.
And especially as like a bachelor's, it's more general than a master's.
Yes, of
so
course, yeah.
it's to obviously cover a bit more of a broader spectrum.
Yeah.
So obviously for you to understand and experience what things you might like and what things you might not. While obviously with this master's program, it's very specific as what a master program should be.
Yes.
But to compare the experiences, it's nice the first time to see what I wanted to do in my life when I was in the UK.
Yeah.
And it's now nice to be back in academia knowing what I want to do.
Yeah. That's a pretty good answer, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay. So coming back to the scholarship, I think you received 2, right?
Yes.
Yes. And so coming back to that, what were those scholarships? How did you get to know about them? And why did you apply for those particular scholarships?
Okay, sure. So the first big one was the Gründungsstipendium, NRW. That was, I believe, shown by the coaches here at THL. I believe they were the ones who first let me know about, about the scholarship and so on.
Yeah.
The other scholarship that I applied for and was successful was the Deutsches Stipendium by student funds. But one bit of advice is that with the Gründungsstipendium, you're not allowed 2 scholarships. You're only allowed 1.
Okay.
So this is just a good bit of information in terms of preventing any delays or any issues. You will have to cancel your Deutsches Stipendium if you want the Gründungsstipendium.
Okay.
There's that. But both scholarships recognize and award potential in business or your business idea. And the reason why I wanted to pursue these scholarships, one of the many reasons, was the fact of earning either of them or even just one would make my idea internationally awarded. And I think that's very interesting to say that you could go to investors and business people and say you got an internationally awarded idea.
Yeah.
I think that's very different as to oppose of an internationally awarded product.
Yes.
You're like, I've actually been recognized as an idea.
Yeah.
And it definitely proven out to be very successful with those awards.
Yeah. It just adds up to the your name as the guy who got an idea which is internationally recognized and also funded. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. Nicholas, the previous guest I had over here, also had the same thing to say, that he also got the Gründungsstipendium, as you know, and he said that okay, you can have let's say the Gründungsstipendium or two other like scholarships regarding startups, but you can't have them together.
Yes.
Either one or the other. Yeah. So that's a good thing to know, that you can't get two scholarships at the same time, or you can't have the money coming in from both of them at the same time. You have to choose one. Okay, great. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the application process. Can you just briefly describe the application process on how you have to go to which site and what documents are needed and stuff like that?
So most of the application process is focused on you and also your business. They also, they want to know, who is the person that's leading this, because that's just as important as the business idea. Yeah. But in terms of the application, the thing that caught me off was, so I did have a few delays through my process, but the shortcuts to that is that another point, at least for internationals being awarded this scholarship, is that you do need to get this on your residency permit from the immigrations office. So, and they have the power to, you need that before you can even get the scholarship. You have to have that. And the way that the process was done there is that you provide them with all the evidence to say, look, this is who I am, and this is the business I'm pursuing. This is the evidence of me doing that. And as long as you structure it very well, make it, make their job so easy so they can see exactly what you're trying to say, you should be able to get it very easy. It only caused me a delay because I was unaware of it. But again, it's just a nice little trick, if you want, or good consideration to try and get that done before, an issue comes up.
Okay. And it's like fairly easy process. Yeah, you just have to go to the website and
so it's subjective to what location or what city you're in. So as you said, some cities have the online site, the others they have more of a different system. But once you get the referral letter after your pitch with the Gründungsstipendium, then that's when you want to be pursuing this with the immigrations office and say, look, I've got the referral letter, I was successful with the pitch, here's all the other activity that I've been doing with this business. And it also helps the fact that you are on the applied entrepreneurship program as well. That actually plays a factor, because as they're aware, it says applied entrepreneurship. And it's like, well, that's exactly what these scholarships are offering. So it's really good in that way as well. It really highlights the level of influence really that this program actually has, even in terms of getting adjustments on your residency. And
about the Deutschlandstipendium, were there any requirements, or like you have to have a bachelor's, you have to have a master's?
So the two main things that I can remember was the fact of, again, they wanted to know what you're pursuing business-wise. They maybe not just necessarily business, but professionally. What do you want to do in this world, and why are you here? And what the student funds scholarship provides is like networking opportunities, the funding, many things like that any entrepreneur would love, because networking is a big thing in this world. But not only that, but to obviously see the future, the talent, the different stories of people, why they're there, and so on. It's definitely a very good program beyond the funds you get per month.
Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Okay, now talking about the financial aspects of the scholarship. Now, Nicholas already gave us a few insights into the finances that are happening because of the scholarship, because I think he gets €1,000 per month from the Gründungsstipendium.
So the Gründungsstipendium you get, so usually you get 2 months payment per month,
Okay,
basically, or
yeah.
per 2 months.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, if I applied in January, I'll get January, February,
Yeah.
and then for February, I would apply for March and April.
Okay.
So then you get the 2 months
Mhm.
basically.
Mhm.
But per month it's 1,200, and
Okay.
so per month it's 1,200, and for the 2 months you get 2,400.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
Hmm.
And the Deutschlandstipendium, I don't know if you still have it because you already applied for the Gründerstipendium, and when you
Hmm.
got it, the Deutschlandstipendium already goes away, yeah?
Yes, so
Yeah.
one thing that was nice out of all of that was the fact that even though now I was not eligible for that scholarship, they put you in their alumni.
Oh,
So
okay.
you still have networking opportunities, and you still have a connection with them, which is, definitely better than nothing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So yeah, it was a little shame personally, but overall very happy to still be part of the alumni, and still very happy that I've got the stipendium.
Mm. And would you say that the amount that you receive from the scholarship is enough for you to sustain your life here?
Yes, it's definitely I think a very acceptable amount,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
As an international living in a foreign country, we already have limitations there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
To be disconnected from our homeland and so on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very nice to know that I am paying rent. I'm paying, I'm paying the important things, and I don't feel that I'm living to the bare bone with it.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
as long as obviously, of course, you plan it and don't
Yes.
spend it, yeah,
Recklessly or
yeah,
something. Yeah.
recklessly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. As long as you plan it, when it's times that you do want to go out with your friends and relax and do whatever, you have that little bit of money to do that. So I think the scholarship is very fairly priced, especially from an international's perspective.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. And you already told us about that you also get certain networking events and stuff, plus the 1,200 euros a month.
Hmm.
Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's that. And okay, so would you like to give some tips, or let's say some, I don't know, for people who are advice for people who are trying to come to Germany, apply for a scholarship, some common mistakes that people make that you want them to avoid
That's
off the top of your head?
Yeah,
Just,
it's a good question. I think the one that just literally came straight to me was the fact the existence of the program that of the Applied Entrepreneurship Masters, because the reality is, from not only my experience but from the experience of my classmates, including yourself, the level of real world skills that have been developed, like you're presenting now, and say like the Step USA program as well that I've been part of. This has all been part of it. But to go back to the program, if you really do have a business idea or a sense of direction of what you want to do in your life, this program is definitely one to consider. It really puts the real focus on what happens after this program.
Yeah.
It's not about at the end when you get your qualification and then you go somewhere and whatever. The real focus is, no, when you go somewhere, you're going to make your own business.
Yeah.
And in that aspect, this program is definitely an entrepreneur's dream, in terms of an opportunity to at least consider taking.
Yeah. And plus, you get to know so much. You get so much insights about how business work in Germany, what you can do, where you can apply, which people to talk to. That's something. Yeah, I really agree that this is something our master's program really does really well, is to make you more aware of certain opportunities that exist. And plus, when you're an international student coming from an abroad land, you have no idea what you're gonna do here in a foreign land, how things work, and that is something that our master program really does well, I guess. But talking about your USA trip, would you like to share something about the Step Up program that you were a part of?
Yeah, so it was just an absolute experience.
Yeah.
This one was definitely from our coach Tosca, who
Okay.
who let the class know about this
Mhm.
opportunity, and especially with my startup idea. The US and Canada are the highest consumers within the industry, and Germany's actually third too. But there's an opportunity basically between the American and the German government to allow entrepreneurs to spend 3 days in New York, where it's all 3 days are full, um, where you are just constantly networking and understanding how to bring your business into America or find opportunities and stuff there as well.
Mm.
And the program was absolutely phenomenal. It was the first time that I ever been to America. And it was a pleasure that the first time wasn't because of pleasure, it was for business, which I thought
Yeah.
was quite exciting.
Yeah.
And yeah, the week I stayed there for just went so quickly. The program was 3 days, and we covered all sorts from law, things to consider if you wanted to come over here, and even working on our business pitch as well, which was going to be for the third day in the evening.
Mhm.
And the business pitch is a huge thing. That's really why, if you're an entrepreneur, that's why you're there.
Mm. Quite an experience, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
That was nice, yeah. Okay. Uh, okay, and okay. What do you think about our program, the Applied Entrepreneurship? I know you talked a lot about it,
Mm.
but what maybe are the three things that you found the most helpful, the most informative, or I don't know, that you really wanted from an entrepreneurship program and you got it?
Okay.
No.
So the main one was the fact of the focus on the development of your business. It's the idea I've been pursuing for quite a while, and I thought, if there is a master's program that I can actually work on my business idea and still earn a master's degree, that's it's a win-win.
Yeah.
The
It's
worst.
exactly what my previous guest Nicholas said, by the
Really?
way. Yes, exactly what. Yeah.
That's exactly that is definitely point number one.
Yeah.
And it's definitely backed up, as I said, that there is opportunities and there is a great level of support here at THL with the Applied Entrepreneurship Program, where the focus really is to build a business.
Yeah.
So I think that may also lead into like point two, where there is people here who are working in the program that also want the same. It's
Yeah.
not just trying to get the grade or whatever. The real focus is, no, we really want to make a
practical
business.
learning and the
Yes, we
practical
want to
aspects
make a
of making
business.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're all aware that after education, at some point, you're going to have to pursue a job, and that's
Yes.
the real world.
Yeah.
And education doesn't cover that.
Yeah.
It only
Yeah.
goes so far.
Yeah.
Not to cross off education, but education only goes so far, and then
completely agree,
experience needs to come in.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be in an academic setting where essentially I would say that this program is like an innovative version of like a business incubator. That's what I would say, where it allows even internationals to come from all parts of the world to come here, from all sorts of backgrounds,
Yeah.
from privilege to not so good, but to
Yeah.
at least have that door of opportunity to come here and potentially build a business is is huge, I think, especially in terms of the academic market, I would say.
Plus the international, you talked about the international or intercultural exposure that we get here, especially in our masters, where people are coming from all across the globe, and we get to know so much about their culture, their country, how things work there as well. That is also, I think, very important for businesses or founders to understand, that if you're gonna found something, of course you're gonna have to hire people, of course you have to deal with a lot of people who are coming from various backgrounds, various walks of life. So that is also something I think that really adds up to the experience of being a part of this masters.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Thank you so much, Shaun,
Thank you.
for your valuable time and so much insights and so much information that you shared. I'm sure the people watching this would really benefit from your experience and would apply to scholarships and get to know more about scholarships in Germany. And yeah, so I think that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. And if you like this, please follow, like, and subscribe, and keep an eye out for future videos. I'm sure they're going to be amazing as this one. Thank you so much. See you. Bye.
Lovely. Thank
That's
you.
cut.
Bye, everyone.